My name is Zaineb Abdulla. My sign name is Z. I run a nonprofit organization called Deaf Planet Soul, and we host a lot of different programs. In my opinion, the most important is our Sounds of Hope program, where we work with deaf refugee children in camps around the world. Our primary focus right now is on Lebanon, and we do a lot of work with kids who have become deaf through the war. Around 2 years ago, I began teaching a self-defense class for deaf women, and we decided to set this up because we heard it's kind of a statistic that deaf women are 150% more likely to experience domestic violence, and they're less likely to report it. So we thought, I know sign language. I've been, training in martial arts for a long time. I feel, ready to teach this class. So we set it up, and I began teaching a weekly class in sign language and spoken English, just kind of teaching very basic self-defense. And then shortly before Donald Trump was elected, I began thinking a little bit more about the Muslim community and other communities of color who might benefit from knowing self-defense. And the day that he was elected into office, I started getting phone calls from different women who are asking me what they would do if their scarf was pulled off. What is their next move? And I didn't know. And I tried checking online, there was nothing. And I was calling different coaches that I had worked with before, and I asked them, and we decided to kind of create a move. So I met up with a few coaches, we developed a move, we tested it, we posted a video online, and that video became viral. And we realized there's a huge need for this in the community. My mother herself is a very strong, activist. She has advocated for many different communities. And some of my earliest memories when I was a kid is growing up going to protests or climbing on top of this huge mountain of bags of clothes that she had gathered for refugees from Bosnia. And everything about growing up with my mother as a role model is watching her advocate for her community and other communities, and kind of instilling within me the concept that it is never good enough to just take care of yourself. You always take care of the people around you, the people on the other side of the world, people you've never met. It doesn't matter, you take care of the world. The first time that I traveled to the Middle East with my father was for a medical mission to Palestine. I joined him a couple of times, and I had the opportunity to watch him work with different patients and working in hard situations and watching his strength through his work. That's what inspired me to start doing this with my own organization. And if it was not for his educating me on the importance of medical missions, I would never have thought to start this for, my own nonprofit. So my parents, of course, and then I would also thank Gregory Perez, the man who founded DPS, because if it was not for him, I would not have an organization within which to do all of this work. And as a deaf person, as a role model, as the person who taught me sign language, I owe a lot of, what I am today to him.